This is the Amali of Shaykhuna Saduq, rahimahullah, published by Darul Kutub al-Islamiyya. This is page 511, hadith number 5 from our Lord Muhammad ibn Ali al-Baqir alayhi salam. Moses, the son of Imran, he asked the Lord, he asked Allah Ta'ala, Ya Rabbi awsini, my Lord, give me a word of wisdom. Give me a directive to lead my life in a better way. Qala usika bi. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said that care about me, care about my pleasure, care how to please me. Don't forget me. That's my word of wisdom for you. Qala ya Rabbi awsini. Moses alayhi salam said again, Ya Allah, please give me another word of wisdom, another directive that would enlighten me and help me lead a good life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Usika bi thalatha. Allah said 3 times to him, I give you directive of my rights as your Lord, as your creator. Remember me. Care about my pleasure. Care about how to please me, and care about what displeases me, right? Then Moses alayhi salam said again, Ya Rabbi awsini. He said, oh my Lord, give me a word of wisdom. Give me a counsel, a directive that will help me lead a better life. Said, Usika bi ummik. Allah said that I remind you of your mother's rights. I remind you of your mother's rights, your mother's stature, of your mother, to be kind to her, to be courteous to her, to be generous to her, to be compassionate to her, to take care of her needs, to take care of her wants, and never cause her to be angry and mad. Moses alayhi salam said, Ya Rabbi awsini. Moses again said, my Lord, give me another word of wisdom. Allah said, Usika bi ummik. Allah said again, my word of wisdom to you, Moses, is to take care of your mother, be kind to your mother. Then he said, Awsini. He said, give me another word of wisdom. I said, Usika bi abik. He said that I remind you of your father. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Moses that take care of your father, be kind to your father, be compassionate to your father. فكان يقال لأجل ذلك إن للأم ثلثي البر وللأب ثلث الثلث. Al-Imam al-Baqir alayhi salam says, because of this conversation between Allah and Moses, kindness between the parents has been divided into 3 parts. 2/3 is the right of the mother, and 1/3 is the right of the father. So the mother is entitled to 2/3 of your kindness, and your father is entitled to 1. So you should always take more care of your mother than your father. There's more stress, more important, more emphasis to take care of your mother. كتاب الأمال لشيخنا المفيد رحمه الله, published in Qum. This is Majlis 21, hadith number 1. Abu Hamza al-Thumali narrates from our Lord al-Imam Muhammad ibn Ali al-Baqir alayhi salam. The Imam alayhi salam said, there are 4 qualities if they are in a person. 4 qualities. If they are in a person, his Islam, he's a full Muslim, he's a complete Muslim. وَعُينَ عَلَى إِيمَانِهِ. And his iman is at his pinnacle. وَمُحِّصَتْ عَنْهُ ذُنُوبُهُ. And his sins are forgiven. وَلَقِيَ رَبَّهُ وَهُوَ عَنْهُ رَاضٍ. وَلَوْ كَانَ فِيمَا بَيْنَ قَرْنِهِ إِلَىٰ قَدَمِهِ ذُنُوبٌ حَطَّهُ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى. And such a person who has these 4 qualities, when he dies, Allah is happy for him. Allah is pleased with him. And if he commits, no matter how many sins he commits, no matter how many errors he carries out, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgives them. Forgives all of them because of these 4 characteristics. What are they? هي الوفاء بما يجعل لله على نفسه. Number 1, that a person should be truthful to his commitments. Those commitments you make to people, those commitments you make to your Lord. Any commitment, any promise that you make, you have to fulfill them. You have to be true to your words. وصدق okay. Quality number 2. وصدق اللسان مع الناس. Number 2, always be truthful, never lie. When you're talking to people, when you're speaking to people, there are exceptions where lying is allowed to save a person's life, but we're not talking about exceptions now. But otherwise, you have to always be truthful. والحياء مما يقبح عند الله وعند الناس. Haya means the quality to be timid, to feel embarrassment against something that is very, very obscene. والحياء, anything that Allah sees as obscene or people see as obscene, people see as improper. So you should be very timid and feel embarrassment to commit it. Something that in Allah's eyes is very embarrassing, very bad, very obscene. Or in the society, people don't like it, right? So what you should do, you should never commit it. And you should feel your shyness, your self-respect should prevent you from committing such acts. So that's haya. Number 4, وحسن الخلق مع الأهل والناس. Number 4, to be polite, to be courteous, to be very, very civil and kind in your interaction with people and with your family. 4 qualities. Quality number 1, fulfilling your promises. Quality number 2, always speaking the truth. Quality number 3, to have haya. Have haya. Haya means what? Self-respect against those things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala considers them obscene, or people consider them obscene. Right? Number 4, to be very polite, to have very, very mild manners, civil manners with your family and with people. وأربع من كن فيه من المؤمنين أسكنه الله في أعلى عليين في غرف فوق غرف في محل الشرف كل الشرف. There are 4 qualities that if you accomplish them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will provide you residence and the best and the highest and the most luxurious palaces and paradise. So you will gain the most honor in the day of judgment and the hereafter if you accomplish these 4 things. من آوى اليتيم ونظر له فكان له أبا رحيما. Number 1, if you shelter an orphan and be a father for him and take care of him. Number 1, taking care of an orphan. Become a father, because his father has died. He doesn't have a father. You become a father. Take care of him. Be loving to him. And be a kind parent to him. وَمَنْ رَحِمَ الضَّعِيفَ وَوَعَانَهُ وَكَفَاهُ. And then you see a person who's poor, impoverished. That you have compassion for him. You show kindness and you help him out and take care of his needs. So if you have these 4 qualities, best places in paradise. Number 1, yatim, orphan. Be a father or be a mother to an orphan and take care of him like your son. Be compassionate to him. Be kind to him. Number 2, the poor. وَمَنْ أَنْفَقَ عَلَى وَالِدَيْهِ وَرَفَقَ بِهِمَا وَبَرَّهُمَا وَلَمْ يَحْزُنْهُمَا. Number 3, to take care of the needs of your parents. You make money, you earn. Now it's time that you take care of your parents. Send them to vacations, send them to Hajj, buy them furniture, fill their fridge with good groceries, with food, right? Buy new shirts, new clothes, nice coat for your father, nice jacket for your mom. So spending money, spending money for the needs of your parents. وَرَفَقَ بِهِمَا. And being kind to your parents. Love. Show love to your parents. وَبَرَّهُمَا. And to serve your parents. To carry out acts of favor, acts of gentleness, acts of kindness towards your parents. وَلَمْ يُحْزِنْهُمَا. And to never cause them discomfort, grief, sadness. No, never make them sad. So this is quality number 3. Quality number 4, ومن لم يخرق بمملوكه وعانه على ما يكلفه ولم يستسعه فيما لا يطيق. If you have a slave, never assign him harsh duties. And if you assign him a duty, go help him out. And ولم يستسعه فيما لا. And for his freedom, do not put conditions that he cannot, poor man can never accomplish them. Be lenient to him. Give him conditions that if you do this, I'll free you. So these towards your slaves, right? We don't have slaves anymore, so this doesn't really apply to us. But if somebody is working for you, if you're a boss and you have people working under you, so you don't assign them harsh duties. And if you assign them a duty, then go help them out. Okay? So 4 qualities. If you have them, and then the best place in paradise. So number 1, taking care of an orphan and being a father or a mother for him. Number 2, taking care of a poor man or a poor woman or a poor family. Number 3, spending money on your parents and being kind to them, visiting them, taking care of their needs and serving them. Number 4, or your employees, being kind to your employees. Okay. This is tafsir of Ayyashi. Abu Nasr Muhammad ibn Mas'ud ibn Ayyash al-Salami al-Samarqandi, volume number 2, published by Al-Maktaba al-Islamiyya. Page number 285. وَإِمَّا يَبْلُغَنَّ عِنْدَكَ الْكِبَرَ أَحَدُهُمَا أَوْ كِلَاهُمَا فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا. If you are lucky enough, fortunate enough that your parents are with you, or one of them is with you, and they have reached an old age. So never utter a most minute word of anger, rejection to them. وَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ. Never mention, never utter a word of discomfort, of rejection, of displeasure to your parents. وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا. Never say no to them with harshness. If they're asking you something you cannot do, if you want to refuse, then be very, very gentle. Be very, very kind. Do not repel them, reject them with harshness. So Imam alayhi salam says, هُوَ أَدْنَى الْأَدْنَى حَرَّمَهُ اللَّهُ فَمَا فَوْقَهُ. So this is the most minute things in your relationship with your parents, that you cannot utter a single word, uffin, which indicates that you are not happy with your parents. Not a facial expression, not a single word, nothing at all that would relate to your father, that would relate to your mother, that you're not happy with what they're asking or what they're doing. No. And if they're asking you something, you can never reject their suggestion with harshness. Okay? Now, this is the minimum is not allowed. So people who do worse things, of course they're not allowed, right? Not visiting them ever, or saying bad things to them, or taking their property without, or their belongings without their permission. All that. This is the book of Zuhd by Hussein ibn Sa'id al-Ahwazi. Here in this book, page number 33, hadith number 86, from our Lord, Al-Imam Muhammad ibn Ali alayhi salam. Al-birru wa-sadaqatu sirri yanfiyani al-faqr. Acts of kindness, acts of favor to other people, whether they're kafir or Muslim, doesn't matter. And charity in secrecy. So 2 actions we are talking about. All acts of kindness. So you give somebody a gift, you invite someone for a meal, or you make a meal, takes to someone's house. Whatever acts of kindness, or your neighbor needs a ride, goes to downtown, you take him to downtown, whatever. Acts of kindness. And then the second is sadaqatu sir, giving alms in privacy, in secret, giving charity in secret. Not publicly, not openly. Okay, they have consequences, very good consequences in this life, right? In the West, there's a Hindu concept, a Buddhist concept, and also probably in Shinto religion, that's called karma. We don't use the word karma in Islam. However, in Islamic literature, there are many, many, many ahadith that there are certain acts that all your actions have consequences, obviously. Certain actions have consequences very quick, very soon. You see their consequences. If they're acts of kindness, you see pleasant consequences and rewards. And if they're acts of evil, then you see penalties for your actions. So in the West, they have borrowed this term karma from Buddhism, but in Islam, it's called uquba or thawab, penalty or reward that is very quick, that's very rapid, that you see immediately. So, acts of kindness, acts of generosity, and giving alms, giving donations in private. ينفيان الفقر. Their quick, rapid consequence is that they repel poverty. Repels poverty. So if you don't want to become impoverished, you don't want to become needy, that's the way to be kind to others and give charity and secrecy. ويزيدان في العمر. And the second consequence of this is that your lifespan lengthens. Allah adds to your life. Your death is postponed. Your sudden death, that's out of accident and these things and bad diseases, they don't come to your life. ويدفعان عن 70 ميتة السوء. There are many, many deaths that are accidental and they're harsh and bad, right? People burn, people get into car accidents, people fall off cliffs, people drown, people burn down in their homes. So all of these bad deaths are repelled or taken away from your life, from your destiny. Says our Lord, our Master, Imam Muhammad ibn Ali, Abu Jafar alayhi salam, صدقة السر تطفئ غضب الرب. When you pay alms, charity, not in public, secretly, what happens is your bad deeds are forgiven. Allah's wrath upon you is wiped out, it goes away. It changes. تطفئ غضب الرب. غضب الرب, the wrath of the Lord. Allah's anger at you because of your other bad deeds. It removes that. That goes away. Now Allah loves you. Okay. وبر الوالدين وصلة الرحم يزيدان في الأجل. Acts of kindness to your parents and acts of kindness to your relatives, cousins, aunts, grandparents, brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews, they're your relatives, right? Be kind to them. Acts of kindness. Now, it could be any act of kindness. It could be a phone call. It could be a comment on their Facebook page. It could be a text. It could be a gift. It could be a postcard, right? And if you can afford, it could be something more expensive. You buy a car for your nephew or a computer or whatever. It depends. Everybody's means is not the same. Silatul Rahim. Kindness to your parents and Silatul Rahim. Kindness to your relatives. Yazidani fil ajal. It increases your lifespan. Some people live very long lives. Yeah, if you look in their lives, perhaps they were kind to their parents. Quite likely, they were very kind to their relatives.